Hey guys, welcome into Jersey Chasers. It's our New Year's Eve special. I know a couple weeks ago we said we were not going to be back, but
Surprise!
surprise, we were asked to do a special episode tonight. Christy, how has your holiday been?
Okay, so Christmas was actually awesome. Christmas Eve, I had my grandbaby. So got to take her
Aww.
to my uncle's Christmas Eve dinner that he had with his friends and stuff. We tried not to wreak too much havoc with her over there. And then Christmas Day, we actually hosted, which we hosted last year and I think the year before because my parents' house got flooded from the hurricanes. But this year we actually truly hosted with we cooked everything. Like I had my mom bring a side of potatoes. But everything turned out great. It was awesome. I'm so happy. Grandbaby had a great time. My parents had a great time. My kid had a great time. So all four generations had a great time. It was a great time. How about you? How was your Christmas? How was your holiday?
It's, it's actually really good. I stayed home. My niece started walking. So she's about to
So
be
much
one in
fun.
about a month, and she started walking. But I'm gonna show you my Christmas gift. Shout out to my friend David, the real Louise. He got me one of the best Christmas gifts. I'm about to show you. Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Okay. Y'all got to sit here and wait with me. Oh.
He got me this
Oh, I
Corey
love
Kluber
it.
2017, specifically 2017. It's just number 49 out of 5,000. It's his Cy Young
Nice.
his AL Cy Young Award. Yeah, it's like a I don't know what to say, but it's a commemorative thing. You can't even find it online. I looked.
It's
You
a
can't find it
commemorative
anywhere.
plaque.
Plaque.
Do you
Yes.
know
What
who is it is it a very commercialized, it's got to be a commercialized thing because it's a number so many cuz I'm just wondering because we have a friend who is in the framing business that has a framing company up there, Hall of
it might
Framers.
it might have been. I literally looked. I looked. My first when he gave it to me, I was like, I need to look for this. I need to understand what this value is worth. But he said he found it. He said he saw it and he bought it. So shout out to David. I
Love
almost cried when he
it.
gave this to me. He knows that this era of the
That's
team
amazing.
is my fave, and this is the team I practically grew up with. So shout out to him.
Love it, love
But
it, love it. Craig says happy New Year's Eve. I like to say happy Eve of New Year's Eve. So, but
happy,
same difference,
yes,
Gregory.
yes, yes. Christy,
That is my
before we get
celebration.
into
Yes.
our debauchery of this New Year's Eve show, we gotta recap some sports a little bit. We got some breaking
Okay.
sports news. So Michigan did find a head coach. They are hiring Utah's former head coach.
Yes. Mhm.
Ohio State will be going against Miami in the college football playoff. Miami beat Texas A&M, so we're gonna
I'm
see
so
that. In
excited about this. I have so many
I'm pretty
friends down
sure,
here that are like ready to.
yeah, like get excited. And then it just before we came on air, I saw on Overtime Sports that the Cowboys are releasing Trayvon Diggs. If you do not know about the Trayvon Diggs situation, it's been weird all season with them. He apparently got a concussion while he was in his house, but like it was just not explained well. So he's kind of been rehabbing on his own. He's been out the entire season and he has been released now. So that's the major news. But we got some
I
other
wouldn't be
news.
surprised if the other and the NFL didn't get let go soon.
He's been
Did you hear
doing
about the other
decent.
digs?
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard about him.
Well,
He's
yeah, but evidently he's strangling women now. So like this like just came out like today or yesterday, I think, and like
oh, you're talking
everybody's
about
getting
the
in on Cardi B,
you're talking about the lawsuit. Yeah, the
one of the baby
lawsuit.
mamas. Yeah.
Yeah, the lawsuit. I actually read about that like a couple months ago. He's
Oh, no,
yeah,
no, no,
he's
this is
this
no,
a new
like,
one?
he's actually having, like, charges. I'm pretty sure charges brought against him, like, this was just in the last couple of days. It's, Craig says he wouldn't mind having Trayvon Diggs, oh, where is the story about Stephon Diggs? Okay. Yeah, charged with felony strangulation.
Whoa.
This is not a
Yeah.
lawsuit. Um,
Whoa.
he's
I
facing
knew
criminal charges.
whoa, that's crazy. Like I knew he had a lawsuit. He actually
Yeah,
countersued someone who was suing him for these criminal charges. So I didn't know it was wow. Yeah, so yeah, he might not be on the Patriots coming into the playoffs.
yeah.
They might be hiding him.
And I apologize, everyone. I don't know what's going on. Like, we're obviously having a little technical difficulties. So I apologize if it seems like I'm running over Autumn and stumbling around a little bit. It's buffering.
Hey, we ran into this
But
last time, but we got through it. We got through it. We're good.
I know,
We're good.
right?
Also, for us being in two completely
Seems like a lot of people.
different locations is nuts. Also, the internet may be shoddy
Yeah.
because it's snowy up here. It's very windy. We had like
Mm,
a wind advisory for the last couple days, so it's a little bit like out of whack. But speaking of the
yeah.
wind, I
Yes.
texted Christy a photo.
I loved
I
it.
wanna I texted Chrissy a photo. I got a chance to go to the Browns versus Steelers this weekend. Now, this is actually
Yes,
my
she did.
second time going to a Browns Steelers game. The
Very cool.
literally the exact same thing happened. It was slightly warm and it was raining.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I had to sit in the rain like this the entire time.
Did you have
But
a
I sat
poncho?
no,
No
didn't have a poncho.
poncho?
Nope.
Girl, you gotta
I
go
mean
grab you one of those ponchos at least. I mean, I know they're
my
like $12
yeah.
for a piece of plastic garbage bag with a hole in it, but still, at least you would stay warm and you don't get, um, pneumonia.
Yeah.
Jamie's lying. Jamie says he's outside in his boxers. Jamie, I
There's
know
no
damn well
way.
first of all, he's just north of me in Clearwater. I know damn well he's not outside in his boxers because it's 57 degrees here right now. And I know it's at least 10 degrees colder where he is. So, Jamie, stop lying.
I was about to say there's no way. It's
Jamie sent
cold
pics, it
everywhere.
didn't happen.
No, so I sat in the middle of the dog pound. I actually sat towards what is it? So right when you come in the stadium from the way where it's like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Science Center,
By the Jim
the
Brown entrance.
mhm.
I know
So
exactly what you're talking about. My dog
came right
barks.
in, sat in the middle of the dog pound. It was a wild game. I'm gonna say this. When I say I'm always right, people. If you watched the Browns pregame show a few weeks ago, there was a question asked on are the Browns trying to win or are they trying to lose? I watched them. They are actively trying to win. I watched
Yeah.
them in person and I'm like, they had no business winning that game
No,
at all.
it didn't.
They had so many different things happen in that game to where I'm like, they had Shador accidentally throwing in double coverage, but it wasn't even him. It was Jerry Judy not getting to the ball fast enough. I saw that with my own two eyes. You had people slipping. Like it was, and it wasn't even like raining for a long time. It rained for like most of the first quarter. It stopped by the second quarter. It kind of picked up a little bit again in the third quarter. And for fourth quarter, it was completely dry. It was just wind.
Well, I'll tell you what, watching it from home, by the second half, I was like, "Oh, we're being the Browns again." First half, I was like, "Who the heck are we watching?" Second half, I was like, "Okay, we're the Browns again." But then, we started winning again.
Yeah, it was so weird because I'm just sitting there and I'm like, if they would have played like this all season long, they could have won. They
Yeah.
genuinely could have won more games. And I sat there and I'm like, this is not a team that is actively going out of their way to lose. I saw their coaches on the sideline. I saw everybody. Those players needed that win. And so for anybody who's saying the Browns won a meaningless game, no, they really needed that win. Like they were very much into the game. I watched all the players because again I could see them with my own two eyes. Like it was live and die with every play, especially at the end.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about the end. Why would you go for it on 4th and 8? What was the point, Aaron Rodgers?
Well, because he's Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers thought he was going to be Aaron Rodgers and get that game-winning touchdown.
It was when I say I watched him and I was like when I saw it was 4th down, I said,
It
okay,
was beautiful.
you have 30 seconds left. You have 30 seconds left. The smart thing, kick the field goal, do an onside kick,
Onside kick.
and then you were in great field position to get it back.
Oh, but wait, hold on. Analytics, I think recently would tell you that that would not be the way to go because onside kicks are not being recovered by the kicking team nearly as often as they used to be. So when you think about, your chances of recovering that onside kick, how many times did you practice it during this past week? And, you have Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers was already yelling at Mike Tomlin the whole entire game saying, don't you substitute nobody. You let me run this show. I'm the quarterback here. And granted, Aaron Rodgers is older than Mike Tomlin, so he probably knows what he's talking about. But still, like, that's not a great dynamic that I would want my players to see if I was the head coach.
I mean, I watched him. He definitely missed DK Metcalf. He 100% missed DK Metcalf. It was
Oh,
times where he was throwing the ball. I'm like, who are you even throwing it to? Shador, I honestly, the penalties that were called in that game, I just were like, why is this being called as a penalty? So I'm going to talk about Shador's interception. That should have been a roughing the passer.
yeah,
He was
everybody's
literally like his neck snapped, like seeing it in real time. His neck
yeah,
literally snapped back, and he was pushed so hard that I'm like, "Yo, where's the roughing the passer call?" And
they let him play.
yeah, it was because of that he threw that interception where they almost ran it back. But even then, I'm like, the Browns' defense was their saving grace, and
Yeah,
I also saw why Miles didn't get the sack record. He wasn't gonna get the sack record that game. They were
Aaron Rodgers was
quadruple
going to
teaming.
lose that game, and I'll tell you what, I've never seen him get rid of the ball so dang fast. Like, he knew, and that's why he was giving the smirks to Miles. He's like, I'm not letting you get anywhere near me."
They
And then
were
I
like,
felt bad because, like, the whole entire stadium sounded like they thought that Alex Wright had gotten, or they thought Miles had gotten the sack when it was actually Alex Wright, and they even said, I think it was Tony Romo was like, "Ooh, sounds like the stadium thought that that was Miles's sack."
no, 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 no. That's not what happened.
Okay,
Genuinely, everybody was just happy that he got sacked.
yeah,
Nobody thought it was Miles because you could see when it happened that it wasn't Miles,
right,
because every single time that Miles literally was got past the edge, he would already be like halfway. Like Miles only really got to get to him like a couple
yeah,
times,
and
and
he
even
barely touched
then,
him.
he barely touched him, and he had already had the ball out of his hand.
I
And they
was
were
scared because when they showed from the sidelines, looking down the line where the ball was sat, like, it looked like Miles was lined up off, like, over into the neutral zone so many times. I was like, "They're gonna call it. They're gonna call it. They're gonna call." They never called it. I was like, "Holy crap! They didn't call
no, there was an
it."
offensive lineman. I think it was number was like 74 for the Browns. Oh my
Mm,
god! Every single time he would just move, I'd be like, "They're gonna call a false start. They're gonna call a false start." And
yeah.
every single time they called a false start, and I'm like, "What?" It literally got to the point where it would be 1st down. No, the Browns would make a big play. They would make a
Mhm.
big play, and you would see that damn flag come out, and it'd be like,
Yeah.
well,
Here we
it
go
was a false start,
again.
wasn't he? I was like, and we're getting
Mhm.
pushed back 10 yards, and it was just like every time they would get some momentum to go forward,
Yep.
he would just do something. I'm like, oh my
2
god, like
steps
what?
forward, 5 steps back.
Literally, But all in all, ironically, like I'm gonna say this, that was probably one of the best football games I've ever been to. Um,
It was great to watch.
it was really fun, and it was just something I thought it was very important to see because again, like you saw it on TV, like in person.
Mhm.
Like I'm telling you right now, if you're watching it on TV, it probably was like, well, why did they win this game? Like they had no business
Oh,
winning this
no, no,
game.
no. In fact, it was funny because I was like, "Oh, come on, just give Miles the sack and, we'll let you guys win." And everybody was yelling at me. They're like, "No, Christy, we want the win." And because
Mm-hmm.
it was the Steelers, that's the only reason why. I mean, and you should have heard, like, everybody watching the TV, Tony Romo, everybody wanted to jump through the TV and strangle him because he goes, "Oh, the new Browns are helping the old Browns." Excuse you, mother trucker? Number
No,
1, we are the only Browns. There's no new, there's no old, there's no. We
it
are
was no. It like honestly, I'm just gonna say like it was one of those things where it was like they needed that win. Like you could tell, like especially when it was the last plays of the game, like the crowd was hyping them up, and it like you could just see them just like hype themselves up. And I actually said this to somebody after the game. I said, this game, Kevin Stefanski winning this game might have saved him.
Oh,
It
yeah.
might have given him a little bit. Because when I say that was the best coach game I've seen in a very long time from the Browns. Like it saved him.
Yeah, that's it. And I honestly, a lot of people are saying that, it probably saved his job.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's also reports coming in saying that he doesn't seem too preoccupied with what's going on after the Cincinnati game.
No.
Um, he's just focused on that. And, there's been some mumblings around about maybe AB going into Paul DePodesta's position. And we had talked to like a couple of other guys. I just want to get through this season.
Yeah.
I mean, as a woman that is, fairly smart. And I like to use logic. Let's get through this season before we worry about who's coaching next season.
Yeah. Like I said, going to the game. I've been to a Steelers Browns game. Ironically enough, I went to the one where they tied. I don't know what juju the Browns have at home, but I think I get it. I think I get it. It's not even that the Browns just do well at home when it comes to the Steelers. It's just the Steelers kind of forget that the Browns can beat them.
That the Browns are the Browns.
Yeah. They no, they forget that the Browns can actually beat
Mhm.
them. So like they kind of like
They get cocky.
re- yeah, they get lax.
Mhm.
And there was a whole lot of Steelers fan there. Like
Oh, well.
at one point the Browns offense was on the field
Mhm.
and there was just this loud chant of defense. It was one of the loudest, and I'm like, who's chanting defense right now? I'm like, the Browns are on the field, and I was like, oh wait, there's a whole section of Steelers fans, like one section over
Mhm.
it. There's one guy I thought he was going to get kicked out. He had a terrible towel flag, like a humongous flag,
Oh,
and I'm like, come on, it's not that serious. It's really not
right.
that serious.
Well,
But
they're
do
big
you think that?
crybabies, so
Hey, you said it, not me.
I
You
will
said it,
say
not
it.
me.
I'll say it a lot of times. In fact, I'll say it one more time because Dominic's best friend, who is also our best man, is a gigantic Steelers fan. Um, and every time Dominic talks to him on the phone before he hangs up, I yell, "Steelers suck," right as Dominic's hanging up. So that's the last thing he hears. And I posted to him on Facebook saying, Steelers suck. And he's giving me all these excuses. Well, DK Metcalf and TJ Watt. And I was like, we are playing with our third and fourth stringers. What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah,
hello. Who out
yeah.
there is an actual starter besides Jerry Judy, who can't catch half the balls he's thrown anyway?
Literally, Harold Fanning Jr. went out after he caught a touchdown.
Yeah,
I saw him go down, and I'm like, oh,
I
he's
know.
done. He's
Yeah,
done.
he pulled his groin.
Yeah.
So, but Yeah. So yeah, we were playing with our third and fourth stringers, and then our third stringer went out. So like, come on. I told him, stop being a whiny baby. I don't want to hear your stupid excuses. Steelers suck. Go fend for yourself next weekend.
So, yeah, we got one more game of the season against Cincinnati.
Kitties.
Honestly, it's really for who can end the season on a better note. Cincinnati ain't doing no much better than Cleveland.
Miles,
Yeah, it's. I think he'll get it. Cincinnati's
their O
offensive
line
line is
sucks.
terrible,
They're almost as bad as us.
terrible.
Yeah, they can't block Miles.
And even then, I will say this: the O line did good. They did pretty good.
Mhm.
They have their moments,
For
but they.
for as far down the line as those offensive linemen are, yeah, they did an amazing job. Shador actually had time to scramble and get rid of the ball. He's not getting sacked, thank goodness. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Darn it, there was something in my head, and now it.
I'm gonna filter through. Okay, so Shador held onto the ball.
I
He
remember.
actually ran the ball really.
Let me see before I forget. Since the Raiders want to lose and leave Max Crosby out there and he wants to play and win no matter what their record is, I say we get Max Crosby. And if he's that serious about wanting to win, he'll take a pay cut.
Hey,
Okay,
as
sorry, go
long
ahead.
as no, as long as it doesn't hit the cap. But yes, like I'll post footage from the game. I actually will post it on our TikTok. I will post it on our TikTok. By the way, I'm just gonna say this: you want the Browns to win next week. Who cares about draft position? It's not about draft position. Let them win. It's about pride. I'm so sick of.
Yeah,
I saw a person who I deeply respect their opinion. But I saw a cockamamie article that they wrote that said, "Oh, the Browns won a meaningless game." No, it wasn't. It actually was a
no,
meaningful game to them. It was a
because
rivalry
the
game. It's
Steelers, yeah,
like it's
exactly.
yes, that
That game
helps.
was
That's a
never
motivator.
meaningless. We could have been 0-16 going into that game and it being the last game of the season. And
Yeah.
we wouldn't. I told my husband the other day, like, I was so happy after the win. I'm going around the house and I'm dancing and I'm singing. And he's like, so this is like what it's like when the Browns win. I was like, yeah. Like, can you imagine if we won all the time, how boring it would get?
Again, it's like it's so important for them to win these games because number one, now you know they can win a game where they can hold the team without scoring a touchdown. You know they
Mhm.
can win a last minute game. You know the defense is gonna step up. You know Shador can now play in different conditions. Like it's important, even if it is the end of the season and you may want a high draft pick. Who cares? Who cares?
And this person's on here and he's saying, hell no, the Browns suck. Okay. You know what? If you look back at every game that we lost this season, besides the Bears, I mean, they were all within like one score.
Score, yeah.
So don't sit there and say that we sucked. We held our own. Our defense held our own mainly, mostly, I can't say the same for our offense, but like, no, we don't suck. Our offensive line needs a lot of work and we need a number one wide receiver.
Honestly, the Browns, yeah, they need literally I watched it. They need two wide receivers, a
Mhm.
better running back, and a better offensive line. Your
Well, our running back,
defense,
Judkins, of course,
yeah.
we didn't have him, so once he's better next season, I am so excited about our rookies going into their sophomore season because it is going to be so exciting for them, number one. But also, we're going to have our offensive line and we're going to have those receivers. Oh, I am so excited about next season. And Steelers' best friend, Brett, he's like, yep, go ahead, get excited. It's going to be just like this season. I said, no, it's not. For once,
No,
it's not gonna be like this season.
you got
I
something
have
to
got
build
this.
on.
I've got this. You know about the feeling.
I know about the tingles. I told you.
I got goosebumps just talking about it. All right,
It's
same thing.
yeah, no, honestly, from what I saw, I don't think anybody should talk about them in a negative way. That's like, oh, I don't understand. But like, no, they're right there. They are right there. They just need a couple more pieces, and they are right there.
Yep.
But okay,
Okay.
well, let's get to our New Year's Eve, Eve, Eve celebrations.
Fill out the papers.
I did want to shout something out. We do have a sponsor for this episode.
We do.
It's yes, our sponsor is Delusion, Denial, and the vibes we are carrying into 2026 on this show. That's
All
our sponsor.
right.
But we're gonna go into our first segment, the final whistle, 2025 edition. We're gonna break down the best and the worst of the year. So let's start off with
All
the
right.
best athlete pop culture moment. Christy, what was your favorite?
Okay. Well, I mean, come on. When you talk about pop culture and athletes, you gotta know it's T Swift and Travis
Travis
Kelsey
Kelce,
getting
their
engaged.
engagement. Yep.
Of course. Like, there's nothing that you can put on top of that. Like, before all this stuff about Stephon Diggs came out, maybe it would have been him and Cardi B having a baby together. But, dude, don't be strangling ladies. Not good.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't strangle Ada.
No.
So my favorite sports pop culture moment of this year is actually all the sports teams not only incorporating like Love Island into their
Celebration.
algorithms, celebrations, all the Love Island videos, all inviting all the Islanders out, but also incorporating the Summer I Turned Pretty. Every single video I saw of them asking, "Are you Team Jeremiah? Are you Team Conrad?" And none of them knowing what it was happening was some of the most hilarious things. Like the engagement ring video. Oh my god, the Browns have one that is so funny that they're looking at it and they're like, I can't see it, and I'm like, just hilarious. That is literally my favorite moment of the year. Um, it's just it. I just like it when like pop culture cross like that I like crosses over,
Crosses over. Yeah.
and it's just like it's like oh that's what I need. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
Who had the worst press conference energy of the year?
Mary Kay Cabot.
Poor Mary
Or
Kay.
are we supposed to? Was it supposed to be on the reporter side, or was it supposed to be on
It
the
could be
sportsman
it could be
side?
either
Because
one. It could be either one.
some people that don't know Cleveland stuff that may watch us, they don't know who Mary Kay Cabot is. She is a Cleveland beat reporter,
She's
and
something else.
she talks a lot of shit for clickbait, and like she tried to talk stuff about, the locker room not getting along, and she tries to bait Shador into saying stuff about Dylan Gabriel and vice versa. I mean, she's
Mhm.
not nice. Like, I don't even know why the Cleveland Browns let her on the facility grounds. I would be more than happy to take over Mary Kay's spot and position, and I would never do that to them. Hook me up.
Yeah, Mary Kay Cabot is something else. But I'm gonna say that my worst one, Nipple.
Yeah.
90-second draft press conference. Two questions and he was out of there. What are we doing? 90 seconds? What are we doing? 90
Me
seconds.
Wait, what college did he come from?
I think it was Duke. No. Nipple. He's the one who all of his brothers start with K names and it like
Yeah.
his yeah, he's just a weird dude, but yeah, Nipple and his weird draft energy is where I'm like, like cut it out. Cut it out. All right. What was your most unserious sports like storyline of the year? Like what is the one where you were like, really? You guys, this is a sports story that we're talking about?
Um, so yeah, I was thinking about this and I couldn't come up with anything on like throughout the afternoon when I was thinking. And so I was like, well, maybe it'll come to me like when we sit down and talk. And I think recently, like just in recent weeks, the benching of Tua, I mean, like, I don't really see that as a big deal. Maybe because, yeah, he is making a lot of money still, but the kid, his noggin needs a rest. Like, he should never play football again. Um,
He should have retired 2 seasons ago.
he should have retired 5 concussions ago, which was probably 1 season ago.
Yeah, that's a fully one of those sports stories where it's like, come on, like that's not really a big deal. Like he should have not even. You know what? I have two.
Okay.
I just thought about one that where I wrote down. The first one is the YouTube TV versus ESPN and Disney.
Oh,
Come on,
Jesus.
come on,
For what, a
come
whole
on.
week? They were not partnered up for a whole week?
Yeah, and then it was the videos of I or you're not gonna see us on YouTube TV. You gotta save us. Like
Yeah.
contact this person. It's like
That made my mom so upset. She watches General Hospital and she, like, records it, so she didn't get to see a whole week's worth of General Hospital. I had to tell her what was going on.
so that was the first unserious one. The second unserious one, it just came to my brain because I
Yeah.
too was like, I know of the YouTube TV. The second most
Mhm.
unserious sports story of the year is this damn Aaron Rodgers marriage. Clearly, he's not like married to anybody. When I say
You think it's
people
fake?
have so you have the wags
Mhm.
coming out and being like, we just want to meet her, we want to bring her into
Mhm.
our circle, because now like being a wag, and they like have different events, and they have the different like swag
Meet up
parties
for
or Pilates.
games.
Yeah, meet up for games. They do the Pilates events. They do all kinds of stuff. I know the Cleveland Browns all this season have done like events. I know the Guardians do events, but like it was the wag saying, "We just want to meet her." It's actual like reputable sports journalists like trying to find his marriage license and not being able to find his marriage license. Then it was the way he was like, "Yeah, her name is Brittany, Brittany with an I," and
Mhm.
everybody's like, "Okay, what's her last?" Like he just
Yeah.
was like, I'm just so happy. I'm in love. I wear red. It was like,
I'm telling
what are
you,
you
that
talking?
ayahuasca those ayahuasca trips, maybe he I
I'm like,
bet
is
you
he
he
married
met
to
her on a
somebody in his
trip.
mind? Like,
Yeah.
what's going
He
on?
probably met her on one of his trips. She's probably imaginary, like Monte Teo's.
That was he got catfish. He got
Yeah, he got
catfish.
catfish,
He
whatever.
got catfish. He got catfish. That wasn't his fault. He got catfish. But it's it's like the fact that like everybody's like, but we can't find his wife, and I'm like, you guys, he's insane already. You don't need to find a woman that's willingly.
Yeah.
When I say every ex girlfriend, even Danica Patrick, I don't even
Danica
like Danica
Patrick said
Patrick.
she had her
She
head messed
sucks.
big time.
When she was like, "Yeah, no, that relationship took me a while to recover from." I'm like,
She is a
"Damn."
strong ass woman too. Like, I've actually seen her in person race the Indy cars. That was one thing that I did do that was fun with Zoe's dad when he and I were still together. And Zoe was like 3. We went to Indiana and they were they weren't doing the qualifying, but they were doing practice for the Indy 500. And we got there and we toured the whole entire track. We sat in field and we got to see Danica out there running. And like, she was amazing. Like, just to be a sports fanatic. And like, I love racing. I've always been big into racing. In fact, I want to show you something that goes along with what you got for Christmas. Um, but to see her like in person, and especially that many years ago, I mean, that was almost 20 years ago now. So it was before she made her crossover into NASCAR. But yeah, I couldn't believe to see the reports come out that she said that he ruined her. Like, dude, how you gonna
Well,
take a woman like that and
this is the thing.
maybe
So
this
you
always
have
sucks for him.
Olivia Munn coming out and being like, "Yeah, I got a whole lot of blame for his family situation, but I was the one sitting in my trailer at my job, being like, you should say this, this, that, and them. You encouraging him. You
Right.
have the whole Danica Patrick saying like it was super messed up. The whole thing is messed up. Like I can't even talk about it. She sucks. I don't even like that lady. She sucks. And then you have his most recent fiance, Shailene Woodley. She's crazy too,
Yeah, she's a whack
but
job.
she was like asked about it, and they've been broken up for a while, and she was like, "Yeah, I can't talk about it. It just brings me so much pain." And I'm like, "You have brought all these women so much pain, and now you're married to one." Oh, by the way, he also had a like a relationship with the Milwaukee Bucks older owner's daughter. I forgot her last name, but whoever owns the Bucks,
Yeah.
that daughter is who he was having a relationship with. Like she moved to New York with him, everything, and now you're just married to this lady named Brittany that no one's ever seen. Like, what is going on?
You know what? After season first started and the news came out and he had the ring on, I completely forgot about it. I think probably a lot of us did. I mean, but it is the most unmemorable, definitely because yeah, like nobody cares.
Yeah, he's something else. He's something else. Yeah, that's the most unserious one. I was like, what other unserious that, and then of course we have to mention this. We have to mention this. Jordan Hudson. I'm
Oh
done with you.
God.
Leave her in 2025. Please. Please.
Can we
Please.
send her back out to sea with her mermaid tail on with some like cement in it? Oh, oh, did I say I did not say that out loud. That uh,
Yeah.
shame on you. You shouldn't talk like that. That came from over there.
All right, let's move on to the last of the final whistle. What is your favorite Cleveland sports honorable mention? We have to do this.
You go first.
My favorite of the year is the Guardians coming back from 15 games down. They had no business. They had no business winning the division. They traded away. I'm literally telling you, they traded away three All Stars. They literally traded away two of their only bats and their best pitcher. Half their team was injured, and they somehow pulled out. Oh, they also lost like 26 games with a combined like three different losing streaks, all this stuff. They not only won the division, they actually could have won the wild card round, but
Mhm.
everything kind of like it's baseball, things happen. But they had no business even being in the conversation for winning the division. They came back end of the season, won the division. Your best player ends up like I think top five in MVP voting, and two of your players win Golden Gloves and Silver Sluggers. Like
Right?
no business having a successful season. But that literally is my favorite thing because I enjoy underdog, and they are the only team this year that didn't ruin my life. So,
There you go.
what about you, Christy?
All right, so I will give my Cleveland honorable sports or honorable mention to, and he's not a Clevelander anymore, and he was only maybe a Clevelander for one season, but Mike Vrabel.
Shout out Braves. We love Braves.
I, one of Zoe's friends is a huge Patriots fan, and we always go head to head and butt heads and everything. And he was like, "Oh, mom, I bet you're just hating this, aren't you? The Patriots are doing good, and Drake made this, Drake made that." And why would I want Mike Vrabel to do bad? Like he's an Ohio State boy. Of course, I want him to do well. You
It's
know,
not his fault. It's not his fault that the Patriots, the evil empire, got him. It's not his fault, man.
right. And,
Not his fault.
well, Kraft is still owner, so it's still the same empire. But they have changed up a lot of their coaches because Bill took everybody with him, and of course Matt Patricia's at Ohio State now, which thank you for letting us have him. But I'm very excited for Vrabel, and I'm excited to see how well they do in the postseason. I don't want to see them in the Super Bowl or anything like that, but for him being there for it being his first season, gotta give it to him. He obviously wasn't able to work his magic in Cleveland for us, so at least he's able to do it somewhere else, and somebody can see his talent and use it.
Yeah, hey, hey, shout out Braves.
Yep.
Um, let's move on.
All right.
We're gonna we're gonna we're gonna play a little game called Ring Check. I'm gonna give you 3 different questions. We're gonna
All right.
answer them.
All right.
First question: who actually had a ring-worthy year? As in, like, who earned that ring, that championship ring that was on their finger?
Oh, well, they haven't gotten a championship ring yet, but Miles, of course, without a doubt, and what he's doing. If you're talking about um, the different shows that you and I usually talk about and everything, um, and I'm talking about even like between Love Island, Love is Blind, the heated rivalry show we watched. We talked about School Spirits, getting ready to come back. Traders is coming back. All of those. I want to give a ring to the heated rivalry cast, especially the guy that plays Ilya, the Russian, because I just found out recently the kid is a Texan.
Yeah, not only is he from Texas, but he actually revealed a couple days ago on a different podcast that he got the job and then had a week to learn Russian, and then they filmed the show in 37 days.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If you would have told me that that man was Russian, I would have been like, yep, hmm,
Oh, I thought for sure he
absolutely,
was. I was
100%.
convinced that he was Russian. I was so convinced that he was Russian. I thought he was like Dolph Lundgren's kid. Like he
Yeah,
reminded me of the Russian from Rocky.
he so shout out to Connor Story and the crew of Heat of Rivalry. That show, when I say mwah, chef's
We
kiss,
love it so
we
much.
love it. Like, Christy, we're gonna have to have a post show about the cottage. We're gonna have to talk about it once you
Yeah.
watch it.
I haven't seen the whole episode yet. I did read it, and I cannot wait to watch it because I know just reading it and even just talking about it right now, I'm starting to get choked up. My eyes are starting to
Don't
get
get emotional. Don't get emotional. I
won't
promise.
yet.
I
Yeah.
promise. I
Yeah, yeah.
promise. I
But,
promise.
yeah, love that. So they are getting, especially Connor's Story, he is getting the ring. He deserves the ring because that performance is freaking amazing.
I'm gonna give my ring to one Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson. Let me tell you about this girl. Let me tell you about this girl.
We're
I've
perfect.
talked about her on this
Mhm.
show. She is my favorite basketball player. Might be one of my favorites of all time. She won the Finals MVP, regular MVP, and Defensive Player of the Year. You know how impressive that is? That is impressive on a scale that you can't even like think about. Not only that, but her team was literally counted out halfway through the season. They literally got blown out by like 40 points. They were 500, and everybody was like, yeah, you guys are just like, there's nothing here for you. She single
Yep.
handedly, and I say this, she really did. She single handedly willed her team's way to not only the playoffs, through several playoff series that they had no business winning. And then they
Mhm.
swept the first ever 7-game series against a team who also shouldn't have been there. And she won the Finals MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year, and the MVP. That's who my ring is going to. That girl is she is fired. She's amazing. And then I don't think she's playing no, she's not playing in Unrivaled, but the day she decides to play in Unrivaled, she's gonna dominate in them too. Like, she's
Yeah.
just amazing. But let's move on to the next question.
All right.
Who acted like they won a ring this year? Like they actually didn't win one, but they acted like it the entire year that they won something.
Aaron Rodgers. I mean, if you, it, I'm of course always going to deviate back to football. My brain always goes to football. I can't help it. Like I said, I had to kind of force myself to say something other than Miles, think about stuff. But honestly, like the way that I've seen him during practices and during other games and yelling at Coach Tomlin, like, what have you done lately? You are a player. They are the coaches. I don't like that. I like sportsmanship. I like team players, and it's just it rubbed me the wrong way, obviously. I don't care. I didn't like him when he played for Green Bay.
I'm so glad that I'm not in the minority because I genuinely don't care for him. I don't like him either. I don't like his personality. I think he's kind of the worst as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
And I think what really got me was the pandemic because like I knew people of course who got COVID. I got COVID myself, and to put your entire team in danger, and COVID is no joke. It's literally no joke.
I still can't smell right from August.
Like you can't smell right. I genuinely it's been I'm gonna say it's been like 4, maybe 5 years since I got COVID, maybe 4 years.
Yeah.
My like the brain fog that I have still from COVID is crazy. Like sometimes I can be in the middle of doing something and I stop and I'm like, what was I doing?
No, that's just being a woman.
I was like, wait, what was I doing?
That's
But
completely normal, trust me.
yeah. But I'm like learning that like that is also like a symptom of COVID is like crazy. But
Yeah.
for him to like for him to like claim that he got immunized and then be
Yeah,
mad when people were like, but you didn't actually
he
get
lied.
immunized.
Yeah.
And then him to like now carry this persona of like, I'm Aaron Rodgers and I can do whatever I want. You don't need to
Mhm.
talk to me about it. Is I'm like, you know what? I don't really like you. I don't really want to like you. I don't really
Yeah.
have to like you. You
You're a
kind of
disgusting
suck.
human being.
Like you kind of suck so bad. So I fully understand that. Keep it with the theme of football. I think a team it's a whole team that acted like
Oh,
they won.
okay.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, I love
I
you.
I've never seen a team get blown like when I say the brakes got blown off of them in the Super Bowl. Like in the first quarter, we all knew it was over. By halftime, it was like, all right, what you playing for? And by the fourth quarter, I was like, okay, great. I never have to hear about this again.
Right?
They have acted since then like, oh, everybody just hates us for no reason. What did we do? It's like, no, like you guys just like it's the way that they acted. And then of course, now since they are no longer in playoff contention for the first time in like 12 years, they're really like milking it like everything is like Travis Kelsey's last home game.
Oh,
Is this going to be his last home game of his career? It
mhm.
should be.
Did he catch the last pass from Patrick
Patrick
Mahomes?
Mahomes.
Is
Patrick
Mahomes gonna
Mahomes.
come back as good as he ever was?
And it was like it's the
Does
Tom Brady
anybody really care?
comparisons. Have you seen the Tom Brady comparison of like when he like the age that he went out? Remember when he like tore his ACL and he went out for
Yeah,
a season at the beginning of the season? I'm like, this is not that, you guys. Like,
right?
this is not that. Tom Brady, it was like the first play of the season. He was out for the whole season, and it still took him like a couple years to get back to the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. Like, he wasn't just automatically like, I'm Tom Brady again. In fact, it took him so long to get back that people literally said,
He had to
yeah, he
switch.
ain't got it no more.
Yep.
He ain't got it no more. And he had to figure out a way to like a different way to play. Like
Oh, yeah.
that's literally how like it happened. So I'm done. I don't want to hear about the Kansas City Chiefs ever again this year.
Oh, I'm with you on
I'm
that one.
finished. I'm
That's how
finished
you
with
do
them.
it. And I don't think I mentioned it on this show, but in February last year, I ended up with My coworker called it a caca. And it's funny because we work from home and he lives in Michigan, but somehow I end up getting the caca from him. And the whole month of February I was sick. But I swear, and I had the Super Bowl on the TV in my bedroom, and I was sleeping the whole entire time. But every time I did wake up and roll over, I swear Patrick Mahomes was being sacked. And I'm not trying to say that to be funny. And I didn't try to say it to be funny back then. But I honestly was like, every time I woke up, and then I watched all the news reports and I started reading online, and he actually was being sacked all those times. It wasn't just me imagining it. I was like, man, I'm really sick. So glad that we don't have to worry about the Chiefs anymore. Just like how we didn't have to hear about the Patriots for a while.
I'm like, I don't want to hear about Patrick Mahomes. I don't want to hear about Brittany Mahomes. I
The
want to hear about Travis
dynasty,
Kelsey. I want to hear about,
Chiefs
I don't want to hear
kingdom.
about nothing that has to do with that team. Um, what team do you think needs to retire the ring conversation? I have one team in mind, and I'm about to go in on them.
Okay, I'll
Go.
let you go. You go in on them.
You want me to
Yeah.
go first? Okay, it's the New York Yankees. I'm sorry, guys. I genuinely, when I say I'm about to go in on y'all, I'm about to go in on y'all. You are a team that pretends to have this heartbreaking history. Oh, the Yankees, so heartbroken. You have the most championships of anybody in professional sports. You literally, for years, were accused of buying your teams because that's how good you were. You got four championships in the 90s to where people were like, well, damn, you're going to leave some for us. You faced off against one of the greatest teams of all time in the Atlanta Braves with some of the best pitchers of all time. And literally, the Braves only got one championship. They had literally Greg Maddux, Chipper Jones, David Justice, like Tom Glavine. You name a '90s baseball player, they had it, but they didn't win because of the Yankees. You're mad because your team can't get out of the championship round. You're mad because you can't beat the Dodgers. You're mad because you haven't won a World Series since 2009. Great, you have a World Series. My team hasn't won a World Series technically since 1948. They were robbed of a World Series in 2016. But you're mad about that. You want to fire your manager. Your manager has probably been the most consistent manager you've had since Joe Torre, and you want to fire him. You have had an MVP like level candidate on your team. You have at least three. You have at least three. You have at least a Cy Young. I, I, I don't get it. I don't understand it. You're not heartbroken. You're not jaded. Like nothing's bad has ever happened to your franchise. In fact, the opposite has happened to your franchise. You've had nothing but good luck. I'm sick of it. Retire the conversation. Done. I'm done with you,
Go to bed, Yankees.
Christy.
To piggyback off of that, I'm going to throw out one name.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Belichick. Bill, you ain't coming back to the NFL. Nobody wants you because you showed you are a crazy old man that will let someone that's old enough to be his granddaughter run his life and his businesses, which she has no business doing because she is not a business major. I mean, I think she majored in cheerleading. She's been on like 3 different college cheerleading squads. She's on an adult cheerleading squad. So I think he needs to take a step back from coaching altogether. Maybe be the great granddaddy to her that she obviously needs in her life. Go to her cheering events and cheer her on, and leave the coaching to the younger guys. That is my retire the conversation. I'm over Bill Belichick.
I thank you. Him too. Let's leave them. Okay. We gotta move on.
Bye-bye.
We're gonna move on to what I'm calling carry it or cut it. What are you carrying into 2026? What are you cutting? I got one to start. This
Okay,
whole
go ahead.
this whole 6'7" bullshit. Cut it. Cut it. I'm done with it.
I'm
I
so
don't
glad I'm
understand it.
old and I don't know what the hell it is.
Let's okay.
I know
We're
some
gonna give
people.
Chris. Yeah, Christy. So remember how last week we talked about this is Christy's Gen Z slang. We're gonna give her. I don't know what 6'7" is. All I know is they go 6'7", and they do this, and I'm just no. I'm done. I'm done.
So you're
Cut
too
it.
old to know what it is too, huh?
I've asked. I work. So I work around teenagers. I work with teenagers. I've asked all of them. I don't get it. Let's cut it.
It was like evidently in a song.
I don't even know what song they like. They won't play the song. They won't say what movie. I'm done with it. Cut it. Cut it.
Okay.
What you
Bye-bye.
cutting?
Um, how about let's cut all these people that think that they know everything just because they can look it up on the internet and just use some common freaking sense. I'm cutting
Okay.
out all the know-it-alls. That's what
Cutting
I'm
the know it
cutting.
alls.
Yep.
I got you. All right. I'm cutting something else. La boo boos. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. Cutting it. You're ugly. Number
I
one,
had
ugly.
but Camp Scadaboo has a Skaboo
I'm
Boo.
cutting it. And also, I've been to several stores. When I went to Salem, ironically enough, when I went to Salem, they had them everywhere. And I remember looking at the price on the box of one of them. They're $60.
Aren't they like this
Yeah,
big?
they're
I
like
know,
this
they're like
big.
this big.
Yeah, they're like this big. They come in a box. The whole point of it, it was actually popularized by this creator. Her name is Vanilla Mace. She would do these. She would go to the store called Pop Mart, and she would do these blind unboxings. And she would be like, "I want to get this one that's on the box." And then she would say, "But I don't like this one." And then she would open it, and it would be the one that she didn't like. So she kind of
Oh,
popularized it. So people started going to Pop Mart and going to get like the different like characters because it was Labubu's and it was some other thing. And so she kind of popularized it. And I'm just gonna say this: if you, I'm gonna spend $60 of my hard-earned money for them ugly ass little things. Hell no,
no. You
cut that shit.
know, I could buy like a couple pair of shoes with $60. I could buy, you know what? There's this awesome $10. Well, actually, it's 9.99 store in the mall that you'd be able to go buy 9 different things or 6 different things there almost. Like, why are you wasting money on dolls if you're an adult?
It's not even it's just I'm just done with it. I was done with the obsession. I'm done with the fake ones. The fake ones look even scarier. No, cut it. Cut it. What else you cutting?
um, hmm. I don't know. I don't get out in the world enough to I stay at home and work at home. So it's like I don't know what else is going on out there that's crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna cut another thing.
You
I'm
are
gonna cut two more things, and they're both
you're
Love
on hold.
Island related. I'm
Oh,
cutting Beyond the Villa season 1. You were terrible. I wanted you to be better.
did you finally watch
This
it?
like I watched Janae's birthday trip, and I'm like, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted.
Where
But you
can I
didn't give
watch
me
that?
that. So it's on Snapchat. It's on
Okay.
Snapchat. She went on a so Tarte and Truly sponsored the trip, and she invited
Okay.
all the Islanders,
Mhm.
no Kendall, but it was like
Or
everybody else. It
Connor.
was all not even close. That man's not coming. And he who shall not be named wasn't even mentioned.
Right.
But Beyond the Villa, like it was like what I wanted to see from Beyond the Villa was her Snapchat story. What we got from Beyond the Villa, I'm done. I'm not even gonna attempt to watch season 2. Everybody on that show is boring.
I
I
will.
no. Um. Also, that whole mommy mamacita, cut that shit. Done with it. It was cool the first week. I'm done with it now. And I
Yeah.
think he's sick of it too, because he himself was like, "What are you talking about? Like,
I think
huh?"
he's over Huda.
Just again, cut it.
Bye-bye. All right.
Now, what are we carrying into 2026?
You know, I am loving how everybody says everything is a vibe and good vibes I want to take into 2026. I'm getting my grandson, my boy, in 2026. So for me, this is going to be the year of the baby boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so
You're the
excited.
baby boy.
The year of the
All
baby
right. I'm
boy.
carrying heat of rivalry into
Oh
2026.
yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
think that I think that we're gonna get it by this time next year. Again, if you can shoot what you shot on 37 days and like little to nothing,
Boy,
I
did
think
they
you
shoot
could
their
do it
shot.
again. I can't do this to 2027. You cannot. Also, carrying into 2026, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Mhm.
That show's
Yeah, because
amazing.
we haven't seen an episode in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it comes back tonight.
Oh, it
Yes,
is.
comes
So
back tonight.
okay, good.
So we're getting
And
some more content.
Vanderpump sucks. Like that they might as well just cut now. Sorry, that
Just
I
no,
brought a cut.
cut them. I'm also carrying my book adaptations into 2026. Look, I'm a book girly, and I'm carrying all those into 2026.
I need
Bridgerton
to
comes out in a couple weeks, and People We Meet on Vacation comes out next week. So carrying that into it, and then of course, last but not least, I'm carrying my favorite couple from Love Island, Nick and Alandria.
Calandria.
Just Nick Alandria. Nick was just in Florida, with Alandria. She came to visit him and his family. Bought her a Louis Vuitton. Just mwah, chef's kiss. Carrying my favorite couple into them. Oh, also, uh, to go on a Love Island tangent for a little bit, did you see that Shelly and Ace never really actually broke up?
I did see how they supposedly got back together, and I kind of figured that it was all publicity stunt because, oh, nobody's paying any attention to us.
It didn't work. Everybody was like, "Yeah, no, it didn't
Yeah,
work."
nobody cares,
Like, in fact, we all were like, "Yeah, like you should have broken up. Like he ruins your brand,"
right?
and nobody really cared.
Yeah,
So, yeah. All right,
stupid.
we got a fun game we're gonna play. Last game.
Alrighty.
Last game. I'm going to give you 24 seconds on the clock.
Oh no. Okay.
Hot take. Last hot take of the year.
Okay.
24 seconds on the clock.
Well, wait,
Whatever
hold on.
top
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say you gotta give me some kind of parameters.
whatever topic, whatever whatever you want to talk about for 24 seconds. Your best hot take, no taking it back. 24 seconds on the clock. Whatever you want to talk about, if it's sports, if it's television, if it's movies, whatever you want to talk about.
Okay.
24 seconds, and we're going
Okay.
to leave it in 2025.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. 24 seconds on the clock starts now.
All right. I want to say how very grateful I am that I have gotten the opportunity to work with you, Autumn, on the Jersey Chasers podcast. I know that I can't possibly express how excited I am about what we're going to do next year in 24 seconds. But I know that just the little amount of time that we've done our show so far, like it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so amazing. And I am so lucky to have an awesome co host like you that we just get along so well and we flow. And yeah, so.
That was very sweet. I did not expect you to say that. I'm gonna I'm gonna reset the clock. Um. All right. I
Stick
got
with your
24.
original.
Okay.
You got 24 seconds.
I got 24 seconds. All right. I'm gonna say my piece. All right. My biggest thing is, can we leave the shows in the past that take 2 years to make and come out a year after that? I'm sick of it. I'm going to see Stranger Things in theaters tomorrow for the finale. I'm so sick. 9 years for 5 seasons. I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm done. Let's leave it in 2025. Give me my episodic television. All
Yes.
right. 24 seconds. 24
That
seconds.
she likes that instant gratification.
All right. Well, Christy,
Yes, ma'am.
it's coming to the end of the show. We
Yay.
are coming toward the end of the show.
And to the end of the
Um,
year.
and end of the year. Honestly, this year has been very up and down for me. But I'm gonna say this: meeting you and doing this show has been the highlight of my Wednesdays for the last few months. I look forward to the show. I work on the show. Everything about the show has brought me so much joy, and for me, I haven't been in this space for a very long time. It's been probably like 5-6 years, and to come back and to just kind of like dip my toes in again and be welcomed on the Inside Edge Network and be welcomed by you. And by the way, me and Christy do not live in the same place. We live in two completely different states.
Yep, she's in Ohio. I'm in Florida.
Yeah, and we
All of
we
my
talk
friends
all
are
the
in
time.
Ohio.
Literally, we talk all the time. We send messages. We send each other stories. Like, I never thought that's the one little idea that I randomly had one day would like blossom into this.
I love
So
it.
where now we get to talk about all these different things, and we get to have a special on New Year's Eve, and we get to do all these fun things. And I think coming in 2026, there's so much we have planned for 2026. So
Yeah.
please, 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 please keep following us.
Yeah, if you follow us, you'll get notifications when we go live because you never know. I mean, we might pull something like this again where we go live, not on our normal Wednesday. And if we do, then you'll get a notification because we don't even know sometimes when we're going to go live.
Yeah. We honestly, we were gonna take 2 weeks off, and then we got asked if we wanted to do a special New Year's Eve show, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go all out. Like we really have just honestly, this has just been a great experience. Christy, I wanted to tell you something.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to share this with you, and I want to tell you on camera. We are literally now available everywhere you get podcasts.
Dun, dun, dun.
So when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. You can find us on iHeartRadio. You can find us on Apple Podcasts. You can find us on Amazon Music. You can find us on Spotify. We are literally everywhere you get your podcast. Yes, we're on iHeart.
See, I feel like such a slacker because I just come on and I'm like, she's got, she sends me notes on like we're gonna talk about, and like I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna show up and try to look cute and sound smart.
Hey, I said it. I'll do the work. But yes, we are literally available everywhere you get podcasts. Our Instagram is up and jumping. Our YouTube channel is up and jumping. We only have 5 subscribers, but please, 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 please subscribe. We have so much more content. We're gonna try to do live content. We're gonna try to do live reaction content coming this year. We're gonna probably try to live react to some TV shows coming out because again, there's a ton of stuff coming this year.
Yes,
and of course, sports related. There's just so much, and I just want to say thank you to anyone who has ever supported us, who's been watching us for all these weeks, who shared our posts on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. Just thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I'm gonna get emotional. I'm trying not to get emotional, but I'm gonna get emotional.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stop here on them. It's getting late. I gotta take the dogs for a walk, and the longer I wait, the colder it gets. Even though I'm down here in Florida, it's getting cold out, so I'm gonna have to bundle up. But
yes.
We do want to thank you guys for watching. Like I said, follow us so that way you get notifications when we go live, because even we don't even know when we're going to go live.
Yeah. But again,
Wednesday nights.
Yes. But yeah, follow us wherever you get your podcast, literally everywhere now that you get your podcast. Follow the Inside Edge Network on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Just thank you guys so much. Thank you for all of your support, your love, And we will see you guys in 2026.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.